I did not want that song to play. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Share League match between Sky5 and We Play for Keeps. I believe the draft is about ready to go, so going to hop into that here shortly. So this match will be on Infernal Shrines. So I'm letting both teams know that because Zarya not on top drafter just yet, they need to decide on someone who should basically take Zarya's place. Probably someone who's garbage, like Murky, Nova. I guess it's going to be Nova. So if we see Nova show up on the draft screen, it's actually Zarya. You know, I hope we do see some Cho'Gall. That would be cool. I would actually like to see some Cho'Gario. I think this is a good map for it. But We Play for Keeps is ready up, just waiting on Sky5 to pull the trigger so we can get this draft underway. Which they have. So the draft is underway. So first pick, first ban is going over to Sky5. This is a map where there's a lot of very strong heroes. Sylvanas very good, Zul very good, Kerrigan very good. That's in addition to all the other heroes that are like just playing really, really good just on their own. Someone like Zarya, Malfurion. But Zul is banned out by Sky5. Which is going to potentially leave them with several very strong picks. Could maybe see a Cho'Gall ban. No. I doubt that. But it is going to be not Nova, but Zarya. Banned out by We Play for Keeps, so far I've casted like 6,000 matches tonight, and there's going to be even more after this. But so far no Russians. So far no pink-haired Russian women in any of the matches. Been banned out on all of them. So Sky5, they could go with. They go with Sylvanas, they go with Zagara, they go with Kerrigan. A lot of very strong options available to them here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I did this. Here, let's... Okay. Now we're on the draft screen. See, it's... Okay, so what I try and do is I try and watch my own stream on my phone just to make sure everything is good as far as, the display and everything goes. But it is lagged, so... Usually so if I see it hasn't gone over to the draft yet, I just think, oh, well, it's just behind. It's just 30 to 45 seconds behind. That's all it is, but no. So Malfurion is picked up by Sky5. Definitely one of the stronger heroes in the game at the moment. And I do think he's very strong on this map in particular. He has good wave clear, and this is basically a wave clear kind of objective. Killing lots of little creeps. Something he's very good at. Li Ming picked up for We Play for Keeps. And Sylvanas still on the table. Kerrigan's still on the table, which to me is a little bit surprising. So it is going to be ETC picked up by We Play for Keeps. And I do think this map is fairly strong for ETC. It's because of the shrines where everyone's kind of gathered around. You get some pretty decent mosh pits. I don't think it's totally ideal because usually people are a little bit split up. You know, people can hide on the outskirts, and which will allow them to not only not get hit by mosh pit but interrupt it. But we see the immediate Tychus come out by Sky5. Which I think is interesting. ETC not the highest health tank. Not by a long shot. Yeah, I think someone like Muradin or Chen, much higher health pool. Which is going to allow Tychus' trait to get a lot more value. But Tychus still very strong. But Sky5 dipping deep into their time pool, and finally Sylvanas picked up. So Sky5, if they're able to win one of the Punishers, because they have Sylvanas, who can disable the towers, will get an immense amount of value out of it. Of course, that's the real trick, though, actually getting the Punisher in the first place. So still need a ban for We Play for Keeps. And Sky5, they still need a tank. They still need a bruiser. They actually choose to ban out Kerrigan, which I think is interesting. I mean, you can definitely put Kerrigan in the bruiser role, but I think between Tychus and Sylvanas, that would really mean that they would have a very squishy team. So I don't know. I would think they would pick her. But they're always picked as banned out by Sky5, so. So We Play for Keeps. They still need a support. And then probably a bruiser. So they're going to go for Brightwing for the support. Probably still need more in terms of their front line. Someone to keep Brightwing and Li Ming nice and safe. It's going to be Greymane. Interesting. You know, I've been hearing a lot of discussion about how you don't see a lot of Greymane anymore because Vala has kind of basically taken over what Greymane is. Yeah, she works very similar to him, just kind of better. I mean, they basically changed Vala's traits, so it's like basically almost exactly like Greymane's Inner Beast or whatever it is a W. So Johanna comes out for Sky5, which I think is a very good pickup for them. You know, this is a map where you can rotate, and wave clear is very, very highly sought after. And Sonya. So far a very tanky team for Sky5. You have Johanna and Sonya, but also Tychus is kind of Tychus kind of tanky as well. So I think we're going to need to see some kind of bruiser for We Play for Keeps. But now it's actually going to be Vala. So I guess Greymane will kind of be filling the frontline kind of bruisery role. But I do think that's interesting. I mean, they're picking Vala when the other team has Johanna. So far, it's very it's a very auto attack heavy team, and they're picking that into Johanna. But they may have not wanted to pick another, some kind of bruiser just because of Tychus. They may have worried that he would just really decimate their front line, so didn't want to invest too heavily in that. So, but now, sadly, no Cho'Gall. I am disappointed. Alright, so both teams are getting all ready. Selecting their heroes, deciding who's going to play what.
Bring the mega death.
Getting their mount and portrait synergy all set up. Alright, so waiting 2 more to ready up. And it'll be good to go. And here we go. So, for Sky5, it is going to be Sumo on Sonya, Agrippa on Johanna, Apple Mike on Tychus, Quan Finnegan on Sylvanas, and Leolena on Malfurion. And for We Play for Keeps, it is going to be Virus on Li Ming, Witcher on Greymane, Laz on Brightwing, Super Tall on ETC, and Heron on Vala. Or is that Super Tall? A lot of emphasis on the tall part in his name.
Prepare for battle, mortals.
So I think if I don't think I'm breaking any news here, but if Sky5 with Sylvanas, if they're able to secure an Immortal, I think they're going to really be devastating. They have such a strong front line between Johanna, Sonya, and Tychus to keep Sylv safe that I think she's really going to do a lot of work.
Show them that they came here to die.
And I think We Play for Keeps, if their auto attackers can do damage and not be blind the whole time, they may just be able to win a team fight and take those punishers out of the hands of Sylvanas. So far, both teams playing very cautiously. Sky5 not choosing to do any kind of Sylvanas Tower Cheese strat, which I respect. But Sonya up in the top lane, getting a lot of soak in. But I think Greymane going to rotate up in time, so no soak is going to be missed. On the side of We Play for Keeps. So it's like that we're going to see a 4-man rotation squad from Sky5. Yeah, so we're seeing the entire 4-man squad all rotate up back to the middle lane. We're then going to clear this wave and then rotate back down to the middle. Which is something that having both Johanna and Sylvanas is something you can really do effectively. So while this is going on, we do have Sonya and Greymane up in the top lane. Which I think it could be a little bit tough for Greymane without any kind of sustain, but then again, Sonya can have a really difficult time getting close to him. And Greymane, once he goes into Worgen form, can do a lot of damage very quickly.
Blue team draws first blood.
But Sky5 is going to come away with the first kill. ETC actually gets picked off. So. So because the ETC was picked off, We Play for Keeps going to have a very difficult time contesting this. And already we see 18 creeps going over to the side of Sky5. So, barring some kind of miracle, I think this first Punisher is going to go over to Sky5, and I'm going to be very curious to see just how devastating that ends up being. Sylvanas was in a little bit of trouble, but she's going to end up getting away. Li Ming, on the other hand, not going to get away. We have the shield glare from Johanna going to finish her off. So I think this kind of reeks of some kind of desperation a little bit on the side of we play for keeps. Yeah, there was really no chance that they were going to win that. Would have liked to see them split and soak, perhaps, but yeah, given that Sylvanas is on the other team, they kind of had to try. So meanwhile, Sylvanas doing a great job disabling both those towers. Punisher goes in. Not too much in terms of follow-up, but so far with the very first Punisher of the game, I think this first fort is almost certainly going to go down. And it does, so. And Vala falls as well. So normally you would expect to see just the wall go down, but thanks to the power of Sylvanas, we saw this wall and the entire fort go down, so. And we're about to see level 7 picked up as well. So I think this is really smart. If you're up a talent tier, I mean you want to try and force a fight, what better way to force a fight than to go invade the enemy camp? So they're going to get that siege camp largely for free. But of course they're probably missing out on several waves of soak by doing so, but it's worth it. So this is fairly typical after the first Punisher going to see these easy camps picked up. So far this bottom siege camp is still available, as are the bruiser camps. Well, I think both teams are being smart here. They're saving these bruiser camps until right before the objective, so those can push while both teams are fighting over the Punisher. And the Punisher's about to come up, so if they want to get these camps, really gotta get a head start on that. It looks like Sumo and Sky5 going to time this out just perfectly. And in addition to getting the bruiser camp, they're actually grabbing this bottom siege camp as well. So almost total dominance of the map so far by Sky5. Every camp except the enemy bruiser camp is going to be under their control. And we see the first fight. Sorry, this top shrine be activated by Sky5. And ETC going in, but unfortunately his power slide interrupted by the condemn from Johanna. He's going to end up falling. Virus in a lot of trouble ends up falling as well. And everyone ends up falling except for Lone Greymane. So far this is not looking good for We Play for Keeps. Level 10 is about to be picked up by Sky5, along with a Punisher, along with an Arcane Punisher, with Sylvanas. So there's really just not much they're going to be able to do to defend this. Sky5, they have level 10, they have Sylvanas. I mean, we're only 6 minutes into the game. I think this could easily threaten a keep. Although it's actually looking like they're putting out a very good defense of this. But ETC going to fall. But this Punisher not going to get much more value. Even though the fort is disabled, Vala not disabled. So she is going to finish that off. And ETC did not die right there. That fort is not ETC. That fort is a fort. Apparently Heroes of the Storm does not know that right now. So we saw that top fort go down. We see a very fast rotation into the middle lane. And this wall was just absolutely deleted by Sylvanas. And this fort is probably going to be diluted as well. Level 10 still not reached for We Play for Keeps. Yeah, and level 10 just reached, so... And the timing works out just perfectly for Sky5. Level 10 was reached, but they got what they came for. But a big power slide goes in, no mosh pit. Of course he's not going to power slide into mosh pit because he took stage dive. So a big lead comes out from Sumo, going to secure the kill. So far, this is a 3-for-0, but looks like Vala is going to get away. But I think ETC may have thought that there were too many interrupts for Mosh Pit. You have a frontline interrupt in Johanna. And you also have a backline interrupt with Sylvanas and Wailing Arrows, so... Probably thought wasn't going to get a lot of value out of Mosh Pit, so just decided to go stage dive instead. So Sky5 up a talent tier, once again deciding to invade the enemy camp and take it. And meanwhile, Sonya went ahead and picked up the bottom camp. Both bruiser camps are down, so neither team going to be able to get those. But we see that the next shrine is activated, and almost certainly going to, once again, go over to Sky5. And more importantly, Sylvanas. So not much being done at all to contest this by We Play for Keeps, which I think is smart. They did try to close the XP gap. So we have Vala soaking in the top lane, Greymane soaking in the bottom lane, and the middle lane being soaked by the rest of the team. Of course, because Sky5 was able to snipe this fort, now the keep is in jeopardy. And of course, that cannon tower going to do absolutely 0 damage to the Punisher, thanks to the power of Sylvanas. So Punisher leaps onto Vala. Probably not who you want to take that. But she is going to be fine. No follow-up from Sky5. But Punisher still has 50% life, and this keep is being threatened. I actually think it was smart to pull the Punisher over towards that keep so that that keep could actually attack it, because this one is certainly not. As a result of the power of Sylvanas, but keep is already going down. For We Play for Keeps. We Play for Keeps, one of the punniest names of all of Cheer League. So a very aggressive call being made here by Sky5. They're choosing to invade this bruiser camp. They are up a talent tier, but it is a choke point where ETC can really thrive. But no, we see it being given up. Yeah, this is a very difficult situation for We Play for Keeps to be in. Yeah, it's very difficult to stop a Sylvanas team from kind of snowballing a lead. I mean, 10 minutes in and a keep is already down. So just going to have to try and be very careful, try and soak whatever XP they can. Of course, as soon as they hit 13, level 16 going to be reached for Sky5, so... Still miles away from being able to fight on even footing. And what's making things even worse for them is that all of their camps are being taken. And in one of the recent patches, you no longer get experience for killing the mercs after they've been capped. It's only the team that caps them that gets the XP. So, you know, it used to be like, you know, one team would cap the mercs, and then the other team would be like, oh, that's fine, you know, we can just go ahead and clear that up and still at least get XP for doing it, but no. That's not the case anymore, so. Meanwhile, a potential catastrophic party bush situation going on by Sky5, but they choose to back off, probably knowing that they were going to get sniffed out. But we play for keeps, looking like they may want to fight, but I do not think this is a fight they want to take. You know, it's 16 versus 13, but at the same time, I mean, if they let this go, this is going to be probably going to be a second keep that they lose, which will almost certainly be game. So, kind of in a damned really do, damned if they don't kind of situation. Big leap goes in by Sonya, gets 2. Li Ming unable to secure a kill, but Grayman is going to go down. Sylvanas ends up going down. So far this is looking very, very good for We Play for Keeps. That's exactly what they want. Stage Eyes goes in, but it's going to miss everyone, but the Power Slide does not. Unfortunately, ET goes down, and the Punisher goes over to Sky5. Right Wing running for her little fairy dragon life, and is going to get out of there. So, Sky5, they do get the Punisher, but they don't have Sylvanas to push with it, so... So, hopefully, I think if things really go best case scenario for We Play for Keeps right now, they will have played for their keep. They will have made the play to save their keep. It's looking like they probably will be able to save. This Punisher is almost down. Of course, the keep is going down fast. The scenario comes out from Li Ming. And yeah, I think they are going to save this keep. At 50%, they are going to go ahead and back out. Do not want to risk a throw situation. Only being 4v5. Of course, Sylvanas has now rejoined the team. And look at this. They're real party with situation, but I don't know what's going to work. There's no reason for the other team to come over here. This Merc camp isn't up for another 10 seconds or so. Oh, but they were just looking for some kind of pick, and Sonya, with the big leap, goes in on Grayman. And I think they are here to finish the job. They are going to finish off that keep with the power of Sylvanas. They're going to get chunked out a little bit by Li Ming and the others, but they got what they came for. So, the second keep has gone down for We Play for Keeps, so not in a good position right now. But, you know, for the first time in a very long time, they are uneven talent tiers. So, I mean, if they knew this was happening, they could think about contesting this. They could contest the next shrine. You know, if they can just keep the catapults off of their core, you know, they could certainly take a fight. So this is a 5-on-4. This is a great situation for We Play for Keeps, but Li Ming goes down. But Malfurion goes down. Brightwing goes down. So far, a 2 for 2. Vala almost gets the trade. Actually, does get the trade with oh god, with Sylvanas, and you know, I think We Play for Keeps has got to feel pretty good about that. Yeah, that was a 3 for 2, or yeah, 3 for 4, but yeah, I mean, you got to make aggressive plays when you're behind if you want to catch up. Fortunately, though, poor ETC, still lacking in the wave clear department. I don't think he's going to be able to save this keep, which is sadly out of ammo. Oh, is he going to do it? No, the Ranger minion's going to finish that off. So, you know, I think that was a good team fight for We Play for Keeps, but I think that's pretty much a death sentence. That last keep going down. You know, if there is a silver lining to all of this, you know, all the keeps being down, at least Sylvanas isn't really going to get much value anymore. She can't disable the core, so hey, there's that. It's not great, but it's something. But level 20 was picked up for Sky5, so if We Play for Keeps, if they can just hold here and kind of win a team fight in front of their core, They could definitely be in this. But unfortunately with ETC going down, it's more than likely not going to be the case. The Twilight Dream goes out by Malfurion on a Greymane who is going to get jumped on by the Punisher. And that is going to be GG. Sky5 is going to take it. So, you know, I think what we saw is that, I think we saw, like, basically just complete snowballing on the side of Sky5. You know, they're able to get a very slight early advantage. You know, I think they got a pick on ETC very early in the game, and they used that advantage to basically get that first shrine and just never looked back. You know, so I thought that was very well played on their part. Yeah, just really taking advantage of the power of Sylvanas. Yeah, a lot of coordination on their part, a lot of really good bush parties and all that. So, congratulations to Sky5. They will move ahead in the standings in Division 1. And well done to them. Well played. Yeah, I would have... I feel like... just one last thing. I think we play for keeps. You know, I think they had a good team, and it could have ended up being a good game had, you know, a better game had Sylvanas not been part of it. Yeah, I mean, we saw some strong team plays from them towards the end, but you know, yeah, it just wasn't enough. You know, Sylvanas had just devastated them far too much, and it just too hard to turn it around at that point. So that is going to do it for me for this game. I know I have another one coming up here shortly, I believe. All right, let's mark Sky5 off here as winning. And let's see here. When's my next one? That is it's coming up here in about 20 minutes. So that should conclude my marathon day of casting. So that'll be my fourth and final match for the day. So, but that will be Thug Money Squad and Bang Bang. So that's coming up in about 20 minutes. Yeah, happy to cast it, Sumo. No problem. Happy to do it. So we'll be casting one more for tonight. And that's going to be, once again, that'll be in about 20 minutes. So see you guys then. Thank you.